Satisfied in life and all the work. Down. Okay. Chat. Do. Good. Again. All right, that should be good as well. All right. And we are back. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host with the most, Oberchos. No, I'm kidding. It's your boy Motorman Dan. We're gonna clean this place up a little bit. There's too much going on, and it's we need to increase the efficiency of this kill box here. I reckon. Make sure none gets through though. Okay, good. He's one of the. That's one of the flyer dude. One of the dudes that fly so far. And it doesn't really matter. Welcome everybody. And Squeak Cheese Taker. I saw you did follow actually very recently, and I appreciate that quite a bit actually. It's a good name, by the way. I definitely enjoy playing Total War Warhammer 2. Definitely do. So they are running through on the left side quite a bit. That's good. Now we are going to be modifying this whenever we actually go to sleep and have it running. And we're not going to have... Yeah, I think we're going to have to set it all back up to go take the long way, basically. I don't think we're going to have an option to not do that. Fortunately. Well, this left side, I think we're okay with, but yeah. 3, 2. There we go. Oh, no, that's good. Hey, looking good so far. See what this orc does. Shouldn't spend too much time down here. That's what we don't want. We do not want this orc to spend too much time down here. That's what we want to avoid. See if that happens or not. Pinballing within the barricade. Right you are, good sir. Okay, this is looking good so far. Yes, excellent, excellent. Very good. That is exactly what we wanted to take time, but not too much. Okay. Once this current project is over, could you take a look at Hidden Dock on hard sometime? I think on Try Works now that both doors open from the start. Yes, we actually did. We did that. Let me pull that up for you, since this is gonna be days. But let me pull that up for you. I did it in a live stream, I think called "It Opens on Both Sides?" question mark, because I wanted to check that out. Let me see if I can find that real quick though. Yeah, both gates wave 1 question mark, and we did that pretty early on. Let me send this to you. Check that out. Yeah, we jump into Hidden Dock in the beginning there. I think we actually did it twice. No, I don't remember. But yeah, you'll be able to see it there. What we try. Actually, I think if you go to like, if you go to like 11, yeah, go to about 11 minutes in, and I think that's about the time that we, or about where it starts for the actual run that worked. Oh, I need to get rid of that top one. I totally forgot about that.
More enemies on the way.
Of course. Nice, that was a really quick round.
More enemies on the way.
And we got TNT archers here. Was you underestimated how long it would take to reach 500? Yep. Yep. But we'll make it. Now, granted, when we went to sleep, when we went to bed, we set it up to play safe, which means it took a lot longer than what it is now. It's taking a lot less time, but it's still taking time. It is less though. There we go. Good. It's in Magic. What's going on?
More enemies on the way.
We're 585. We're gonna hang out with you guys for a while, maybe like 30 more minutes or so, and we'll leave it AFK and check in on it, you know, like we have in the past. Gotta do a couple more chores. You know, it's Sunday. It's just chore day. Gotta clean my helmet. Gotta, you know, put the clothes away from the dryer. Put dishes away. I don't know, stuff like that. So, enjoying the grind with you. I fell asleep watching last night. Well, very cool, very cool. I too fall asleep to YouTube. Or video streaming. Usually though it's T90 official on Age of Empires. If there's anybody that can put somebody to sleep, it's that man. So I certainly understand it. You know what? You know what they don't have in the game right now? I just realized this. They don't have a ranged, very heavy enemy. Like a ranged ogre. Oh no, I guess they do. I guess they do. They got. Never mind. Never mind. Don't listen to me. They definitely do. They've got the ogre mage, or the cycloptic mage. Yeah, they definitely do. He's just so forgettable because he's so weak, you know? I guess you'd have to be if you're a ranged. Like a ranged, very heavy enemy. I don't know, maybe I'm a little tired. Like up to me, yeah, he's really squishy, yeah. He's so forgettable, you know? So much so that I forgot about. Well, there's also the Fire Fiend Mage, and even the Fire Fiend Overlord. He has some range to him. He shoots out like a flamethrower attack. Just look at the efficiency of this thing, dude. It's freaking sweet. Look at all dead. Out of all the parts in this build, you know, like the money bag trap and the layout of this whole flit trap stuff around the lava, I think the very first part of this map right outside the gate is my favorite part. Where they all get pushed off to the side and then all launched over into the lava. That's probably my favorite part of this build. It's very satisfying. And it's really effective too. Okay, let's see what happens here. This is the more challenging level because of these guys. They take a while. Sometimes. East Coast? Nah, I'm Central. I'm in Kansas. okay. He's gotten that far before, though. So I ain't too worried about that. Sell this. Maybe. Should be running through here soon. Knocked over there, bounced around, keeps going. Good, there we go. Oh no, he went in. Oh my god. He's over there somewhere now. Oh, there we go. Alright, cool. You know, there's really not a lot that worries me here. It's the highest I've been. 724. We lost on 725. There's a couple of things that had happened that we're going to be mitigating here. We lost a handful of lives in the beginning. Some sappers blew up guys into this area. They ran straight into the rift. That happened a couple of times. We flipped enemies into the rift. Like once or twice from over there. Because we didn't have like all these flip traps in the back, flipping them backwards. The most detrimental one was a TNT archer that got flipped into this square from over there. I'm trying to be careful with this guy, with this knoll here. Make sure that he get what's coming to him. There we go. So he stood here, and I was standing over here as Egan. I was standing here to catch money bags, and the TNT archer was shooting like this. For whatever reason, targeting me on the other side of the wall. He probably should have ran up here to hit me. Maybe he could like barely see me, but the shots got caught on this corner and blew up these two cades and this cade, and a bunch of enemies started running through, and I went down like 10 lives on that. I saw it, I fixed it, and then a sapper got flown over from over there around wave 700 or 705. A sapper showed up from from over there, he got flipped in, and he died right here. As he got flipped in, he died to like whatever hit him on this side. Blew up these two barricades, and then one of the enemies trailed money bags into the rift. And that happened while I was asleep, so that was the last life. Yeah. So it was an accumulation of just kind of unfortunate events. What we're going to do to mitigate that is, if we're here to correct something like that, like a sapper barricade explosion, then we can allow the flip to go in towards the rift from the bridge. But if we're like sleeping, for example, we're going to rotate those flip traps to go back towards the stairs. So that way sappers can't blow up the barricades. It's going to take longer for things to die because instead of getting sent over into the lava, they're going to get sent backwards. But it's going to be a lot safer. And we're playing Cygnus, so TNT archers aren't going to be a problem. Now, it was a little bit RNG, like what enemy ends up going there, and it was close to death, and this, that, and the other. So it's a little bit RNG, but still, it's, yeah. I kind of want to get rid of that flip trap that's causing them to take a little bit of time there. Let's do tar. Yeah, that's probably good.
More enemies on the way.
So we figured out what to do. We just got to do it. This run is taking longer than the last one, and it's also giving us less score because of the traps that we brought. But that's okay. We might reach wave 1000 and have less score than we did at wave 725 in the other run. Realistically, we could probably just we could have rain it the same, but I figured that saw blades, you know, you got to have something there to help you get through waves like 75 to 150 or so. And we use saw blades this time for that. Still going? Oh yeah, we're getting there. You know, we're almost at wave 600. We reached 500 earlier today. Not too long ago, actually. Not too long ago. This one, you know, it's gonna be in a playlist. Yeah, this one will probably be the shortest, one of the shorter ones, just because, you know, bedtime's in 3 or 4 hours. And then I'll end it, start it again, let it play overnight, check it in the morning, kind of thing. What is actually scaling up? Yeah, the damage that enemies do and their health. That's the only two things that are scaling up. After wave 150, speed is maxed out. And after wave 60, their crowd control reduction is maxed out. So realistically, if you can get to like 200 or 250, then you could probably get to 1,000. If you can get to 1,000, probably get to 1,000,000. There could be some RNG sort of stuff that happens, you know, like I was explaining earlier, a sapper happens to be the enemy that gets flipped and happens to die as soon as he lands next to a barricade, you know, versus like another enemy taking that role. There's a little bit of RNG that can happen there, but these rounds are going pretty quick. We've got this set up our risky build. And it's going pretty quick. And as a matter of fact, the frames aren't really dropping too much either, which is nice. Frames are saved here. Got rid of a lot of that, a lot of those issues. We still need to get rid of more, but do that some. How are you doing? No Scorcher. It's fun. Listen, we beat the game several times. We beat it on Stadia. We beat it on Stadia again, and then we beat the game when it came out on Steam. We've done a lot of mod stuff. We've done some like going for high score stuff, but I've never gone to wave 1,000. I didn't even know it was possible until I saw somebody else get to like 500 something, and I said, all right, that's what we got to beat. I looked at their barricade setup, and we modified it quite a bit. and then we actually learned a lot running this run right here. We learned a lot about lane splitting and how important it actually is because of money bags. And we kind of learned how to lane split well. So yeah, it's definitely been an eye-opener on some possibilities here. And that the haymaker is still kind of like mediocre. But if I was to rerun this, I'd probably rerun it with extra knockback. But yeah, let me show you the original run. Right here, this is the picture that I saw that I was like, all right, or 477, that's what it was. I saw this picture and I'm like, okay, obviously we can probably do this. So top left, you'll notice that on my top left, I don't have any barricades, and that's because sappers can make it to that point. And earlier waves, the fire elementals, when they die, they generally die up there, and the firelings will spawn and they'll destroy those cades. We could theoretically do that now, but we don't really need to. We do want the enemies to go into the lava pits, so we want them to reach this point sooner rather than later, but we want them to kind of stagger inwards. We don't want them to all be there at the same time, of course. So what they did was they had this, and then they went to the right, all the way straight across, down, straight across to the left. And then we were talking in chat about it or something, and somebody had mentioned, they said, well, why not use an extra piece of it? And they were talking about going straight down to the left, up, around, up, back up, kind of like how we have it now. So there's more surface area for them to fall into that we have now to play with. But this is definitely not a bad setup. This also doesn't account for money bags. There's no splits in here to account for money bags. And we quickly learned that he can become an issue. So it's been pretty cool though. And again, somebody else in the chat had mentioned that money bags is only a 1 square tile, and they used to do it with archers. They would have an archer at the end of it, and money bags would get stuck on the archer. And Craig does the same thing. Craig gets stuck on archers. All the other bosses have an attack, but those two don't. Maybe I can make a video about it. What I've learned. Reach 1,000 waves. What I've learned. That could be pretty. Yeah, that could be a pretty okay video. Isn't there quite a high chance your PC would crash? You reach 1K? Not really. I mean, here's where we're at. Let's see, because there's no extra enemies coming in. If there was like additional enemies every wave, then yeah, definitely. But here's where we're running right now. I mean, it's pretty okay. And it's probably going to stay the same though. That's the thing is, you know, since there's no additional enemies, the only thing that has to be calculated is health, and that's just a very small amount that gets added every wave. You know, and an overflow isn't going to happen for millions of waves, and an overflow will crash the game, but it's unlikely to ever happen. Like, it'll take so damn long to get there. Probably longer than it's going to take to you know, span of several lifetimes kind of thing. They would come like one more enemy around. Nah, it caps out at some point. We actually don't have that information listed in the wiki. I don't know if we have that information at all. But yeah, it does cap out. We had thought that it did keep adding up, but yeah. It doesn't seem to. Pretty sure it's like home to you.
More enemies
Oh, well, Time Master would know. If anyone would know, it'd be him. After a certain wave, there's a present rotation of wave composition. Preset. Yeah. Preset. Yeah. Well, I think that starts at wave 1. And I also think it's based upon how many waves are in, like, the base game. For example, if you played Northwing, the first 4 waves, you only have 4 waves. After that, it would just keep repeating. Yeah. Yeah. Well, true, yeah, because then you'd have that. But then the basement, I mean, the basement has what? 8 waves? And I think it repeats every... Or I thought it repeated every 7 waves. Same order, always same enemies. Just higher stats. Yeah, but I mean, I feel like you do get more enemies. Or is that only up until like wave 20? Or after that, wave 20 something. Then I fairly certain it does cap out. Or else we'd be seeing a crap ton of enemies on this wave. And the other ones like it. And the enemies would probably start getting through because there'd just be too many of them. But, I mean, it does cap out at some point. It has to. I'm gonna take this corner and face it that direction instead. I think that might be okay. Either then or just nothing but tar, maybe. There we go, get done. Alright, we'll see what happens with that. I'm a little bit worried that it's gonna knock over a bunch of small guys down here and it's gonna hurt our whole money bag siphoning, but we'll have to see. But yeah, long story short, there is a point in which they stop giving you more enemies and they just increase the stats of enemies. Whack. Just don't know what that is. Uh-oh, that'd be a beautiful spot to use. Oh yeah, Sapper Wave. Okay, there's that one. Alright, that Sapper blew up there. Voice. There we go. We got one. Finally got one. Fly all the way up there just to plummet into the lava. Oh, oh, oh. Ah. Oh, he didn't make it. These saw blades that are shooting out into the atmosphere almost look like little ghosts. You know, I'm glad the level that we're able to like toss enemies down and stuff. I'm glad that level is a level with lava and not like water or something else, or even green goo. I think lava fits it pretty well. Vango, what's up? Those filing? Yeah, there they are. Stuck. Oh, oh. Okay. Oof. Looked like filing got flipped, but no, he didn't. Had me worried there. Okay. How many hours left for 1,000? Quite a few. It's gonna be less if we stay here and watch it. By a significant margin. It'll take about twice as long to beat anything if we have to, when we go like fully AFK. When we like go to sleep AFK. But let's see here. We're at 600 at 7:15. When did we get to 500? An hour ago? No, it would have had to be more than that. Oh, it was definitely more than an hour ago. But we didn't play for a bit either. I don't remember. When did I... Not sure. Let me find out, because it's on a different video, actually. Check. Good question. How long did it take us to beat 5 to 600? Or 6 to, I mean, yeah, it's 5 to now, I guess. How long did that take? So part 4, we were at 500. At about the 5-hour mark. Took us about from 5 to 9, so it took us about 4 hours to get from 5 to 580. Okay. So 4 hours for 80 waves. But we've made some modifications to hopefully make it faster. Now that I said it out loud, that's a long time. But we have definitely made modifications to make it faster. For one, we cleaned up the left-hand side so that way the small guys that get stuck over there don't get stuck forever. We changed the angle of the spike walls to go into the kill box instead of away from, which could cause issues in the future, but let's see. And we got rid of quite a few of our doodads that we placed around to help with lag. There's one up. This is the only wave I'm worried about. Blown up, and he's blown up. Alright, good. Working tomorrow? I am working tomorrow, indeed. And I'm contemplating letting this run while I'm at work, but I don't think so. Like if I'm sleeping, you know, when I wake up every like 2 hours or something, I can check on it, which is fine. But if I'm at work, there's nothing I can do. So our vacation today. Thank Christ, it's been a long year. Damn, dude. Well, good. Vacations are always good. I won't get vacation for a while. If I sign up. If I actually sign it with these guys. It'll be a little bit play. Getting a vacation, that's okay. I have had plenty of vacation in the past. A beer raft and people have been drinking. I'm sure they have, yeah. It's pretty funny.
More enemies on the way.
How long are you going on vacation for, Sin Magic? How many days you got? And do you have any plans to go anywhere? 7 a full week. There we go. Shit on the car. Being productive. I see. Well, that's just fine. And it's certainly not a bad thing. That's the kind of that's the kind of vacation I generally take as well myself. Certainly have in the past. Whether it be PTO or it be leave in the Marine Corps, I would just like sit in my barracks room and play video games, just chill, because there's nothing else to do. Even though I was in San Diego, I guess I did go to the beach from time to time. I remember one time, a buddy of mine and I, Coop, we went to the beach. We were both on leave. We both took leave together. And we went to the beach, and they called us. They tried to get us to come back into work. This is in the Marines. And so I told them to send a picture of me laying on the beach. So I laid on the beach like one of them calendar girls, I guess. And I had a button-down Hawaiian shirt, and I unbuttoned a couple of buttons, and I laid there and had them take a picture and send it to them as a reply. They didn't like that very much, but I thought it was pretty funny. It's like they knew they knew where we were. We had already taken leave. We requested it. It was approved. You know, we were already out there. And they wanted us to like come back for a little bit for something dumb that we could have just done like whenever we came back from leave. You know. Show don't tell to the extreme. Yeah, exactly. Fort Lauderdale. Growing up, we went all the time as kids. Yeah. I mean, it gets sand everywhere. Don't get me wrong. I definitely don't enjoy going to the beach, like generally speaking. But if it's not my car, then I don't care as much. If a buddy of mine's like, "Hey, let's go to the beach," and I'm like, "All right, fine." Then I'll go. As long as it's not my car going. I'll go with somebody else if they really want to, but yeah. I guess that's what Ubers are good for nowadays, huh? Okay, got booked again. Just watching where this orc goes. He went all around the world, man. How's the weather in Kansas? Beautiful today, I tell you. Absolutely spectacular. It is such a good day, dude. Tomorrow's gonna be great. Sunny, 85. Probably start the morning off at a brisk 65. I don't think it hit 80 today. Probably hit like 75 or something like that today. It was kind of cloudy this morning though. It stayed cloudy for a while. Oh, yeah. Oh, I swear I'm not as tired as I seem. Says it's supposed to be around 69 right now. And tomorrow's forecast, we're looking at starting off the morning at 7 o'clock. Oh, it's going to be like 52. But then by 4 p.m., it's going to kick it up to 76. I mean, that's fine with me. Getting a nice brisk morning to a nice regular temperature day. Oh, the humidity? Yeah, it dropped. Yeah, we're down to 0% now. It did some like really weird rain thing. Like they kept saying it was gonna rain and they never did. And it said it was gonna rain for like 4 days straight. Like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But it never did. We just saw a bunch of like giant ass clouds roll in and nothing happened. Nothing at all. Kind of ridiculous. But it was pretty humid though. But yeah, humidity's gone now. Clouds rolled out. Went somewhere else. Went northeast. Weather's turning rainy. Holy crap. Oh, about 59. Yeah, that's fine. I just love popping in and out of the stream and seeing the count go up. We're at 600, guys. 600. We're getting there. Weather's turning rainy. Well, you know, it's about fall time here, and well, in the Midwest, we have all of the seasons kind of at once, all the time. Like I remember when I was in boot leave, you get once you graduate boot camp, you get like 10 days of boot leave, and for me it was in February of that rift, the red dot. All right, good. You got foot. Okay, I got worried. Let's see. He said, "Yeah, I moved to North Georgia. I was a kid. The temps are better generally, but we kept the humidity. Summers feels like, Georgia's gonna be nice and humid. Nice and humid. Okay, it's like Sanford's blowing up. Lives lost. That's kind of a little bit weird of a one. Your bird buddy found and safe. Yes, buddy is just fine. He is loving life. He's chirpier than ever. Like really, like I don't know, he's just been chirping more and more. It's really cool. And he's also been flying a lot more, like in the apartment. So I'm glad. So in front of me, I have like mesh, and to my right, I have some mesh, and like in the back, of course, like you see on the other side of the Mountain Dew, there's mesh. It's that like sound absorption stuff or like sound reflective stuff, and he likes like flying into those and hanging on to those. Yeah, the bird. Yeah, we gotta constantly clean up after the bird. I guess it isn't too bad, because it crusts over real quick. Like it dries up like super quick. Yeah, so when I was in boot leave, right, 10 days, it was in February, because I went in December 15th, so February 15th, around that day, I went on boot leave, and so I came back to Kansas City, where I grew up, my parents' house, for those 10 days. Well, not for the full 10 days. I was there for some of it, and then I went down to my apartment that I had in college to finalize some paperwork, and then I went back up. And the first 2 days I was there, yeah, I think the first 2 days I was there, it was like 80 degrees, sunny. I was outside playing basketball with my buddy Austin. Like we were just chilling for the first 2 days. Then the next 6 days, it dropped down to below 20 degrees, was snowing. So we got our sleds out. We went up to the hill. There's a park next to my house. that has a nice little hill. We went sledding, snowball fights, snowports, whatever. And then the next 2 days after that, it went back up to 80 degrees, and we were back outside in our shorts. So it was like hot to really cold, and snowing to hot again, and that happened in February. So, yeah, that's the kind of weather we sometimes will get. Very, very far spread apart. And then when I would live in California, in San Diego, California, I mean, man, it's consistent, dude. Like, you're not going to get colder than 65 degrees Fahrenheit. You're not going to get warmer than, like, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Like, 92 is rare. And it's constantly dry. There's no bugs. There's no humidity. It's insanely consistent. I just wish everything's like that.
More enemies on the way.
Alright, I'll sell those. Feels like it's always springfall here. Bearing heat waves, etc. Oh, yeah. In Belgium, huh? I don't even know where that is in Europe. Let's see. You guys have a coast in the North Sea. Now I heard people in the UK don't like the UK because of all the clouds. Are you guys like constantly cloudy? They like talk about moving to America because the weather in the UK sucks or something. Whoever stayed between France and Germany, they got invaded in both wars. Oh yeah. I knew I've heard you guys from somewhere. No, I'm kidding. I think the reference I know most about Belgium is Austin Powers. I'm pretty sure they have references of that in Austin Powers. Yeah, Claudia's about right. Similar temperature, but less rain than the UK. Ah, okay. Yeah, because I know Seattle, Washington has, which is like northwest, like the northwest corner of the country, just south of Canada. They have, I think, in a similar fashion, they just have nothing but clouds and rain and cold and misery. Apparently. Because they have some of the crankiest people on the planet. Not gonna say any titles or anything, but they're just the crankiest people on the planet. Thereabouts. Not the UK people are cranky or cloudy people are cranky or anything. I thought about moving to Seattle just because the clouds are Buffalo, New York, because they're rainfall. But the problem with Buffalo, New York is it's all snow. It's actually not rain. And I'm not a huge fan of the cold. Our national sports complaining about the weather. Yeah. That's an old family pastime that passed down generation to generation. And one of the things I'm more surprised about is the amount of tornadoes that the United States has compared to everyone else. Rain for a few days, oh god, floods. Sunny for a few days, droughts, crops are ruined. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, we like the rain, and I definitely like the rain, just only when it's warm. I don't really like it when it's cold. When it's like 80 degrees and rainy, and so there's like a thunderstorm, like a legit thunderstorm, like that shit's pretty cool. Like the smell of rain. I'm capturing them. No. Sound of rain and all that stuff. But you know, we don't get it all the time, so. Cold plus rain sucks. Yeah, exactly. And I had thought about moving to Colorado because Colorado, it's just really, really dry, and I'm not a humidity kind of guy, right? I was in Bahrain. I was stationed in Bahrain, and from what I was doing is either Bahrain or Kuwait, and Kuwait is like you're in like a hair dryer, right? Like it's hot and super dry. You get wind, hot wind, dry sand. That's it. That's all you get. And I would have preferred that leaps over bounds, but I never ended up going to Kuwait. I went to Bahrain. I would have preferred that leaps over bounds over Bahrain, because Bahrain would suck. There was nothing but humidity, like 60% at least every single day, and it went 110 degrees temperature. It was just too much. Like honestly. Oh, that little guy's gonna follow him. We'll see what happens. This little guy may be our first life lost. Oh. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Oh, you know what? There's two of them. Oh, interesting. What's gonna happen here? Okay, one of them gets pummeled. Triggered the other one. This might be our first life lost. Never mind. Probably not. Oh, well, maybe it will. Oh, that was our first life lost. Look at that. Look at that. It is not foolproof. Yeah. Which means cannot leave it like this whenever we step away. That happens a few too many times, and yeah, I mean, I just ended 149. Yeah, 149, huh? I only get to 151. But that's cool. That's quite an achievement. You guys are getting stuck on this corner now. It's on. Over or something. 49 is pretty good. You're gonna have to give that one a try, that level. Because this that we have set up should, in theory, guy gets lifted up here and swatted away with this, but we didn't account for having two of them. Actually at the PC, oh yeah, just for a little bit longer. Oh, I think I overstayed my welcome for like 15 minutes or something, I don't know. But yes, Cowbunga Laser, actually at the PC. I got a couple of things I still gotta do, so we won't be here for too much longer. But we'll leave it running. However, and wave 605, we finally lost our first life. Our first two lives, actually, because it was an enemy worth 2 lives. Let's do this actually. Swat it down as it gets swatted up. Let's see. What had happened. This is what the makers of the game intended. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure they're like, come on. Like, come on. One of the main players of our game, streaming the game right now, is playing the same map for hours and hours. This is not what we wanted. Like, we're trying to showcase this game to an audience that are actually going to play the game. It's not what we had in mind. We invented Scramble for a reason. The game that plays itself. Yeah. Yep. Now, if the Spiffing Brit did this, then I would have been happy with this video, because this would have taken some serious dedication. Although, he could have sped it up with the cheat engine, and I had considered doing that, and I actually tested this setup with a cheat engine sped up, so that way I could get to like wave 100 in like 5 minutes, not like 5 hours, just to test it out so I could see that it works, and it does. But I only went up to wave 100, so I don't know how it worked past that, but I was looking at the haymakers and seeing how the haymakers handled the enemies and stuff. Playing video games. So. I mean, if they didn't want it, they could have just given me access to early content. No. But speeding stuff up can mess up physics in some games. Yeah, I want to say that it did. Well, maybe not. I didn't speed it up like a crap ton. I did speed it up by like 2,000%, I think. I don't know if it did or not. I don't remember. I guess I probably didn't, because I didn't lose any lives or anything, and I set this full thing up on sandbox mode and then sped it up real quick and just kind of watch it. Which I'm probably going to do for the other ones that I'm going to attempt, just to see if it's possible. Kind of get like an idea of like a finalized setup, run it on sandbox, speed the game up, and then see what happens. So I can like identify weaknesses without having to play through it and find them. And then I'm only going to do wave 250 from here on out. I'm not going to go to 1,000 anymore. I think 250 is like a good number to get to. Especially because it's going to take forever. Like, forever. I only did 100 once and I was pretty bored. Oh yeah. Well, I've seen somebody, I don't remember who, one of the handful of people I'm subscribed to, did a round 100 challenge. Pull that up here. I think they're trying to do it for each and every map. I think it was Zarm or Emit. I think it was you. Hmm. No, it wasn't Behemoth. Pretty sure it was. Yeah, it wasn't K. Yeah, it was Mew. Yeah. They did Wave 100 challenge. Yep. And I don't think they posted anything else, so I'm imagining they probably haven't done the other ones yet. Did the first one at least 100 waves? Get rid of anything else. So.
More enemies on the way.
But that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and go AFK for a bit. Let this play out. Maybe a better seat in the house. It might be a better seat in the house. There you go. That's a pretty good seat in the house. There goes a Cobalt Sapper. Let's actually watch this wave first. The Sapper wave. Important to watch. I like watching and listening to stuff like this, though, while playing turn-based game. Yeah. I definitely would agree with that. It's something I have done in my past times myself. Another Sapper. Another Sapper. Good. They're all out of here. All right. They're out of here. Like me. So I'll let this play itself. All right. Huh. Just happened. Yeah, it recently happened. We're gonna take a look back. I think it's probably, it would have had to have been a sapper explosion. That's one of the things. That's why this is a risky build, which is why we have to be here to watch it. All right, we're gonna rewind, take a look. You're saying, all right, it's TNT Archer. All right, let's take a look. Let's see what happened here. Let's see what happened here. So we're at 18. Oh, the cave was destroyed before then. Look at how we're laying down. It's destroyed somewhere in this wave. Speed this up. Maybe the wave after. Oh, here we go. See this happen. I think these are sappers here. There's a sapper. All right, check this out. There's a sapper right there to our left. As soon as he lands, he dies and blows up the barricade. That's what happens. That's what happened the last time the Mish lose our last life. That same exact thing. And then enemies started running through it instead of running up and around. Would have been just a few of them maybe. Let's see what ran through. Something at the end of that wave. Oh, it's the Earth Lord. An Earth Lord walked through. So yeah. Yeah, that's the risky part about this build. Is that exact thing. The sapper flying through and blowing up the cave. That's what we have to watch out for. Oh, there's another sapper that almost got close to these caves over here. That would have been one of the normal ones. Damn it. They do keep it from getting too boring, that's very true. They make it impossible to AFK. What's the point of playing if you can't AFK? I'm kidding. I'm gonna sell this. It's all. We almost got to the point where we don't actually want to do damage to anything at all, if we can help it. Because if we can not do damage to sappers, and we can let them just die to the hazards, because if he would have not died as soon as he landed, that cave would not have been destroyed. So we almost need to make sure that they don't take damage until they blow up. I mean, at a certain point, they're going to have so much health that they, you know, it's going to happen anyways. It's going to be inevitable. But again, that's the sort of like unlucky RNG stuff that happens that we need to watch out for. We also got unlucky that what walked through was a Earth Lord and not like an ogre. Take 1 life instead of 4. I wonder what this would look like without any saw blades at all. Let's start taking those out. Take out every single saw blade launcher we have. Let's see what it looks like. Start up here.
More enemies on the way.
You may get rid of the dart spitters as well here in this portion of it. Well, maybe not. Flipper's only final destination? I think so. Flippers and spikes. I mean, spikes really aren't that necessary right now, but yeah, flippers. Flippers, tar, and barricades. Might be the only thing we need. No, we definitely need the gravity pillars to help take care of the small guys and the haymakers as well, to separate them out. Sappers. Oh, come on, not again. Okay. Alright, good. Flew in at like really low health. I thought he was gonna blow up the kitty. all over. Ogre. There we go. Okay. So just hover over the pit and then stand up, walk back to land. Fall down, please. Yeah. I can't see what I'm doing here. Just comply. Just comply. Alright, this first section is cleared of the saw blades, so the next section will be here. Wait, what? Oh, healing. More so on sword controls, yeah. Your destiny is death, just fulfill it to walk. Very true. If only they understood what we're trying to do here. Only. What other games do I play? Just this one. Yeah. Just Orcs Must Die 3. I'm kidding. Yeah, from time to time you'll probably see myself and a buddy of mine, T-Wald. We play, League of Legends, but only Earth mode. If you're familiar with that. Then we play... I think he's wanting to play Speedrunners, which is another co-op game where you're just like racing against each other. It's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun game. I don't know. We play other games, I guess. We have played Bloons Tower Defense 6 in the past. He's enjoyed that one somewhat. We got another tower defense game that somebody had mentioned. We're gonna play that co-op at some point. No RTS? Yeah, I play Age of Empires too. I played StarCraft a lot in college. StarCraft 1. I haven't even touched StarCraft 2 yet. I played Warcraft 3 in the tower defense genre of Warcraft 3 stuff. Like UTD and Green TD and stuff like that. Element TD. I actually have Element TD too from Steam. You love AoE? Oh yeah? I got Definitive Edition. I don't have the newest expansion, the one with the I don't know who's the Sicilians and someone else. I don't remember the stuff. I don't have that one yet, but I've got all the other ones. The turn-based like XCOM. I played a game called Sorcerers Kingdom of Sorcerers. Age of Wonders. No, I never played Age of Wonder. Played Age of Mythology, Age of Empires, and that's it, I think, of the Age games. I played 1, 2, and 3 of Age of Empires. But 2 is the one I played more as a kid. Majesty, the Fantasy Kingdom Sim. Played that, that's an RTS. Dungeon Keeper's an RTS. Trying to think. Golden Heroes, no, but I have played it, yeah, but I'm not good at it. I didn't play much. Let's see what else. I'm trying to think of the Sorcerer King. I think Sorcerer's King is a 4X game I play turn-based kind of idea. Sold everything, so not one. So, Total War Warhammer 2. That's a really fun game, turn-based. Played a lot of that. By a lot, I mean I beat it on Legendary once. Roller Coaster Tycoon, played a crap ton of that. I've got quite a few other things on my channel. EverQuest 2 videos as well. And Pathfinder Kingmaker, I have that on my channel. That's pretty recent. Yeah, hell yeah, yeah. It's just really expensive, so I don't think I'm gonna buy into 3 because 2 is already expensive enough. But it's freaking sweet though. Like, I had a lot of fun with it. Playing some dinosaurs and freaking running into enemies and just chomping them down. Like, it's pretty sweet, dude. I gotta admit, they did a good job with it. Still playing a Total War game. It broke my PC, so I never play. It's the only game that causes my fan to just go absolutely insane. My fan goes bonkers when I play Total War Warhammer 2. The only game that's ever done it. Napoleon? Oh, I never played any of the other ones except for Warhammer 2. But I mean, everything they do on that franchise is great. From what I can tell, they do a real quality job. So. All right, we're gonna start facing these the other direction, but hold on, Jen. I gotta get it set up, dude. Yeah, I gotta go to Jen. I gotta go to Jen. Boss is demanding my presence. But I have so much to do and so little time. Not so little time, but I gotta wait for things to happen here. Wait for Orcs to die. Is that play to do spite? Oh yeah. Orc good old endeavors. This here, that there, that there. How did they answer? Alright, Arcs. Take care, man. Yeah, they entered because the sapper blew up a barricade. The sapper got launched from about right here. He got launched over into this area. As soon as he landed, he blew up this barricade. And one Earth Lord walked through. Took out 4 rift points. The other 2 rift points we could have prevented, but I wanted to see what would happen. We had a Earthling and an Earth Elemental fly over around the same time that Moneybags was passing where they had landed. They both got up, followed Moneybags. The Earthling got pulled up by the gravity pillar, but the Earth Elemental kept walking because the gravity pillar had just like reached its cooldown from the Earthling that got flipped by the spike wall. So there's nothing to flip the Earthling or the Earth Elemental back. He was just behind the Earthling. There was nothing to flip him back. So he entered and took 2 lives. He did that first, and then we lost the other 4 lives to the sapper destroying the barricade. But now we've got to fix or make this to where we can kind of like go to sleep on endless kind of thing. So the end of every wave, we got to sell as much as we can. Replace the stuff facing that direction. And do that until we get to the end of it. And kind of have everything facing inwards. Then it's going to take longer, but it's going to be a lot safer. Because it's not going to allow the sappers to fly over anymore. They'll have to fly backwards. And the chances of them actually destroying anything is going to be pretty slim. Need Diablo? Probably not. I played a crap ton of Diablo 2 when I was in Bahrain with a buddy of mine, Jones. Jones and I played Diablo 2 a lot. But I had never actually played Diablo 2 until before then. And that was, I mean, I know it's been out for a while, comparatively. But I had just never really played it. And it's pretty fun, but I played Path of Exile. I tried to get into Path of Exile. There's a lot there. So, I don't know. I don't think Diablo or Path of Exile is really my kind of game. Like, it looks cool, and it is cool. Like, I can appreciate it, I guess. But I probably wouldn't really play it too much. It'd be one of the things I'd like get into for a little bit and then just stop playing and probably never go back to it. Now with these haymakers, whenever we do this sort of build where the flip traps are going back to the stairs, these haymakers are actually going to help us quite a bit clear a little bit faster, where they otherwise wouldn't. This is a problem we're going to end up having. The ogre. The everlasting ogre. Sports games? Oh, like FIFA or something? No, I maybe played it like once and didn't do so well at it. Well, okay, I take that back. I played NFL Blitz on the N64. That was pretty fun. That was a lot of fun because then you get like, as soon as like a play was over, you could just continuously tackle people. That was a good one. I played some game where you can modify stats on players on Xbox. My high school buddy had it. But I don't quite remember that one. Okay. The question is, are we in a safe place? I want to say we can be. I think we are. I think we are. Really, the issue is sappers flying over here, but you know, we got to make sure that they don't even like come close to the cades whenever we go to bed. I might even sell that spike wall right there. Maybe I shouldn't have put all that freeze back. These rounds are going to start taking longer. As designed. Of course, you're not in a safe place. Don't you see how many OSHA violations are here? Yeah, true, true. But who's counting, really? Just think, like, of all the enemies that we have to worry about, sappers are the ones. Like, they are the reason we build a certain way. Pretty crazy to think about. Alright, I'm gonna let this run. See what happens. I'm assuming nothing bad will happen anymore. But just know that the waves are gonna start taking a little bit longer. Probably about twice as long. Because we're not gonna kill anything. And they're gonna have to walk through somehow. They're gonna have to get through this ogre's. I hate having to do this. Maybe I get rid of the spike walls? Just all together? What about racing sims? I have played The Sims 4, yeah. I have played The Sims 4. But it's kind of a... I mean... Yeah, there's a lot of money that... Costs a lot of money. Play The Sims 4. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of these 2 spike walls. Oh, Forza. Oh, yeah. Oh, racing simulators. Oh, yeah. I thought you meant like play The Sims and like race in The Sims. No. No, but I did see a new Hot Wheel game coming out, which piqued my interest. It's kind of like the make your own marble track game. Pretty cool. You know, he got through, right? Maybe not. Maybe don't need to sell this. He got through. Yeah, I think we're okay. I think we're fine. But no, I haven't played Forza or any racing simulator games. Except for back in the day, I played Midtown Madness, and I had one of the steering wheels, like a steering wheel and like gas and brake pedal. Yeah, that was like old. That was back in the day. Need for Speed Underground 2. I played the crap out of that game. That was a good one. So okay, so yeah, but no like actual like race car driving stuff. Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah. But I think I enjoyed more of like customizing my own car versus like actually like racing. But anyways, I will be leaving you guys with this. I'll be back probably in about 45 minutes to end the stream, so that way we can restart it and actually AFK to like go to sleep and stuff. I'm gonna leave it for the 45 minutes just to see how it does, and I think we're gonna be safe. Even if I didn't modify, I mean, we probably had to. Yeah, I think we're in a position where we had to switch it back around. So I'm gonna leave it there, and I will be back joining you guys in about 45 minutes. And of course, I'll peek in every once in a while. Infamous, what is going on, dude? What's going on? Okay. All right. So far, so good. Going good. And we're still making pretty decent time. 6 lives. Okay, so the first 2 lives was an Earth Elemental that followed Moneybag because an Earthling was also following Moneybags. So they got flipped from over there, meaning they skipped this portion of it right here. They didn't have to go through this little gauntlet of segregating the small guys from Moneybag. They got flipped over here, both of them. Because they were both flipped over here and Moneybags had just run through this, all these traps were on cooldown, they both followed Moneybags. Once they got to this point, the Earthling got sucked up, knocked back, out into the lava. The Earth Elemental got pulled up, but this was on cooldown, so he dropped, ran forward. This was still on cooldown for Moneybags, as well as the gravity pillar there, and ran to the rift. So that's how we lost our first 2 lives. Then we were AFK, and a sapper came and blew up this barricade. He flew from over there, over here, and then when he landed, he died. Blew up this barricade. And then an Earth Lord, pretty unlucky with that, had walked in. If it was like an armored ogre, it'd only been 1 life and whatever. It was an Earth Lord, so he took the other 4 lives. We have now modified for our absolute endless. All of these traps now go towards the stairs. So we should not have that issue anymore. But we are about to start our AFK while asleep. We're about to start that. And I hope it works. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. So at the end of this wave, I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna start the stream back up probably in about 15 minutes. Should be enough time for YouTube because it's a shorter stream. Should be enough time for YouTube to do its thing. Then we're gonna start right back up where we left off, and do an overnight stream, and hopefully not lose any lives or lose the before we get to round 1000. As soon as this guy falls off. Alright. Just like that. We'll end the stream. Start it back up in about 15 minutes or so. So hang out until we do. And I will see you guys